Central Africa. And today, I came to show you who I am. Our dance and music are very important, providing valuable ways for us to communicate, pass messages from villages to villages for storytelling and religious ceremonies. Our religion is centered on ancestor worship, the belief in a spirit world, a supernatural being, and a free will. If you look at me, you will see my brightly colored textile that represents who I am. In Africa, our clothing often reflect our status in society. Behind me, from my very left, is the most royal, and to my left, the most common, in which my mother used to pound her fufu, one of the most amazing meals that stand for mixing and mashing. It is soft and doughy staple food that we enjoy. And of course, not without the jollof rice that is made by mixing with fish, tomatoes, and vegetables. And lastly, the corn pea, my favorite. It can be corn based, it can be banana based, or it can be pumpkin based. But the best of all is the steaming of the banana leaf. Thank you.
Hello everybody, and can you guess the next subculture that we'll be looking at today? Just take a look at my outfit. Correct, we'll be looking at the Europeans. And European culture is a rich tapestry woven together by a diverse tradition, history, art, literature, cuisines, and values of its many different nations and religions. Its cultural heritage can be traced back to the ancient civilizations like Greek and Roman, and it has significantly been influenced by the Renaissance, the Enlightenment period, and also aspects of the modern era. Europeans celebrate their culture in a wide range of ways. For festivals and their traditional customs, each have their own unique significance and the way that they celebrate them. For example, we have the flamboyant carnival in Venice to the colorful Oktoberfest in Germany. These celebrations reflect the vibrancy and the diversity of the European life. Now today we have some foods that the Europeans usually created. For example, we have the cupcakes, that's because they love cake. We have pastry, we have potato pies. We have patties, one of their favorites, and we also have an European style pizza. Of course, we cannot forget the garlic pork that the Europeans make. And until to this day, it has influenced Guyana, and we all Caribbean people, we all use pastries. We love garlic pork and pizza and patties and all that sorts of stuff. Now, we'll be moving on to the clothing of the Europeans. We have the European clothing, and the European clothing are very sophisticated. They usually wear an inside top that is usually white because they are very reserved, and they wear a very long and covering dress. For example, like the one I'm wearing right now. The two clothing that I have today in my hand are traditional European clothing, and that is known as the rimbla and the The rimbla is usually worn with a bodice or a flowing skirt that I'm wearing right now. And the next type of clothing that we had is not generally European based, but it was adapted by the Europeans. It's called the kimono from Japan. And the kimono from Japan, they adapted the intricate patterns and also the V-neck silhouette.
I am a descendant from India. Come with me as I walk you through my diverse culture. Here are some delicious traditional sweetmeats. We have parsad, barfi, mithai, and pera. Also, there is kheer, or sweet rice. In the East Indian culture, the most common religion is Hinduism. There are holy books like the Bhagavad Gita, the Ramayana, among others. Bhajans are sung to the Supreme Being Sri Krishna. O Palanahari, Nirguna aur Nari, Tumhi bina hamara kaun nahi. Where you're saying, Oh God, you are the greatest, there is no other like you. Our music ranges from soulful classical expressions to hot and spicy chutney music. There are numerous designs in our mode of dress. This is a South Indian lehenga skirt. And here is a shalwar. Thank you for taking this walk with me.
Ni hao, my name is Grace Hudson and I am here to tell you about the Chinese. Now the Chinese came to Guyana during the indentureship period of the late 1800s to early 1900s. They traveled across the Atlantic to bring us some food that remains a staple in our diet today. For example, fried rice and chumping, which is usually made with soy sauce and some vegetables. Chinese would use chopsticks to aid them in eating those dishes. A traditional Chinese cheongsam dress is usually equipped with a split and a mandarin collar. It is also usually equipped with a fan as an accessory. With that being said, Shishe for learning about Chinese and Xiaoxing.
Olá, bom dia e bem-vindo. Vamos falar dos português na Guyana. Welcome and let's talk about the Portuguese in Guyana. The Portuguese were the fourth settlers in this beautiful nation. Now, where did they come from? They hailed from the island of Madeira. Now, why bring Portuguese immigrants all the way from Madeira? This island actually had a very prominent sugarcane cultivation industry. Thus, the Portuguese migrants already knew how to cultivate sugar, thus making them ideal. Now, they didn't stay on the plantations for long. They ventured into business. Yes, the Portuguese were extremely successful in business here in Guyana. Now, they started off with the rum, but eventually they went on to do other things, such as being spirit shop owners, merchants, bakers, shoemakers, and the list goes on. Now, the Portuguese also were strong Catholics and are responsible for the construction of the Sacred Heart Catholic Church. Even today, the Portuguese, as well as other ethnic groups who have converted to Catholicism, celebrate the Christmas novena. Now, the Portuguese also love the entertainment and the arts as well as sports. In 1925, they created a cycling club called Vasco da Gama Cycling Club. The Portuguese contributed so much to Guyanese culture. They love to dress vibrantly, usually donning headscarves as well as long sleeve chemises and red. Red is a very prominent color. Thank you very much for stopping by. You're not gone yet? Fine. Have some of this delicious pancake, a dish contributed by the Portuguese, before you go.